I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry, all who dwell in dark and sin, my hand will save. I who made the stars of night, I will make the darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. With that type of participation, I should probably just sit down and say great homily. Speaking of that, I see a digital clock almost right in front of me right here. I believe it's for the presenters. Either that is the university making certain I don't go over 40 minutes in my homily here. You laugh. 39 minutes from now, let's see who's laughing. Timing. Jesus focuses on timing this day, especially when he says, follow me. He doesn't say sit back, doesn't say kick up your feet, start munching on some popcorn and I'll take care of everything. No, follow me. On a personal note, this weekend is a set of anniversaries of sorts. Well, actually, literally anniversaries. Yesterday was my 22nd anniversary of priesthood. For that, I'm very grateful. I remember it like yesterday because it was forward-looking, looking to see as I was becoming one of the associate pastors at the Shrine of the Little Flower in Royal Oak, Michigan. I figured that would get a call out. And for that, I'm grateful. The 18 years I spent as a priest in Detroit, constantly looking forward in each one of the assignments, listening to the Lord, seeing where he's taking me and where, as a shepherd, I was taking others on that mission to evangelize our brothers and sisters. And then, today is the 4th anniversary of what I affectionately call the phone call, and which changed my life, again, literally, because that's when I found out from the Apostolic Nuncio, the Pope's ambassador to the United States, that then it was Pope Benedict, that Pope Benedict wished to appoint me Bishop of Steubenville, which of course changes my driver's license, among many other things, because I realize I'm closer now to Ohio State than I am to the University of Michigan or Michigan State. So that's okay. Nevertheless, these next 4 years, of course, from 2012, as I prepared and was ordained here in the Finnegan Fieldhouse, as I say, Finnegan Fieldhouse version 1.0. This is 2.0 now with the various renovations that have occurred. And after seeing the number of youth we have here today, my dear friars, you need a bigger gym. So, and then finally, speaking of timetables, on June 4th, the memorial for the Universal Church, but the solemnity here in the Diocese of Steubenville, the Diocese of Steubenville began the year of reconsecration to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. So you see, the Immaculate Heart of Mary, she is the patroness of our diocese, our saint. And how appropriate. Because the Immaculate Heart of Mary always leads us to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, establishing a healthy direction to bring his kingdom of love and mercy to others. That means to our parishes, to our schools, to all of our communities. Direction. In today's gospel, Jesus provides you and me with the necessary conditions, at least two, for a healthy spiritual GPS. Namely, attention and direction. We are quickly directed to first be ready. In our first reading today, we hear of Elijah listening and directing Elisha, providing him, the future prophet, with a conclusion to this chapter in his life, a conclusion to his past, and saying goodbye to his parents. In the gospel today, though, Jesus' instruction is even more strict. While Jesus is not promoting the disowning of family and friends, Jesus is warning that to be a Christian or to become a Christian is the investment of one's entire self, not 50%, not 75%, not saying that your faith is a private matter. We hear that all the time. I'm still trying to find out where in the gospel Jesus says that. It's 100%, one's complete self, in order that you may follow. One's attention and concentration should be laser focused. One cannot simply think about it. One simply cannot drive a car perpetually looking in the rear view mirror. I mean, how many here have driver's licenses? That's scary. When you're taught to drive, you're not taught to constantly look in the rearview mirror, fix your hair, put on your makeup, and just see what's happening behind you, because something's going to happen in front of you. You must look forward and utilize the other mirrors. The very direction we travel is one of freedom, indicated in St. Paul's letter to the Galatians. This day, St. Paul's letter to the Franciscan Youth Conference. He's speaking to you and to me. Freedom not to do whatever we want. That is, here's a new word for some of you, this is narcissistic in attitude. No. Freedom to do what is right and just. The direction. Where do you and I go? We Catholics here in the United States venture these days in the fortnight for freedom, religious freedom. Not freedom to do whatever we want, but most certainly to live the freedom to believe. And we have saints that have gone before us providing us the way, like Saints Peter and Saint Paul, or Saints Felicity and Perpetua, St. John the Baptist, St. John Fisher, and St. Thomas More showed us the way toward freedom. And more recently, even those sisters who have been harassed by government officials, those sisters, the little sisters of the poor, have shown us the light of freedom to stand up for who we are. For Jesus has given us the direction and tells us to completely adhere to his teaching. Your generation, my young brothers and sisters before me, your generation is integral, and as well it will determine what freedom will look like in the coming decades. Will freedom be preserved? Come, follow me. Just like that religious sister in 1974, who was able to harness the means of public media, yes, Mother Angelica, a true evangelist, most certainly before her time. You too must reach out to our brothers and sisters. You know the media, how to do it. I'm 53 years old. I feel like I grew up in the Neanderthal era, and I had a pet saber-toothed tiger. No, I'm just kidding, I did not. You know the media and how to properly use just that. I mentioned that we have begun the year of reconsecration to the Immaculate Heart of Mary as a diocese. Tomorrow on YouTube as well as on Facebook, we will air just about 6 minutes, a presentation of that procession that we had throughout the city. And no, I'm not abashedly at all. I'm promoting this. Look at it. It's so important for us to have good things in the electronic media because oftentimes there is a lot of darkness and bad. Jesus' words are words of hope and challenge to you as well as to me. Just because I carry a big stick at Mass and wear a tall hat doesn't mean this is a quick route to heaven. Each and every day I am challenged. I'm to live my profession of faith, as are you as well. Come, follow me. Direction and attitude. Jesus' words, yes, are words of hope. As Pope Francis said, hope does not despair in the future. Hope does not despair in the future. Our hope is eternal hope. But Jesus' words must be embraced with conviction of mind, heart, and soul. In this Jubilee of Mercy, my brothers and sisters, be the light. Be the light burning brightly for all to see. I, the Lord of wind and flame, I will tend the poor and lame. I will set a feast for them. My hand will save. Finest bread I will provide, till their hearts be satisfied. I will give my life to them. Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. God bless you all.